All right, so letter M in the ABCs of health, let's talk about maintenance weight. Now, back in the letter F, we talked about fat loss and how fat loss isn't really the goal. Fat loss isn't really our objective. Fat loss should not be what it is that you're trying to achieve, because it's not something that you should be doing for life. As much as you may need to lose some fat, at some point there needs to be a transition from the pursuit of fat loss to the pursuit of something else. So usually when we talk about fat loss, there's a physical aspect to it, to look leaner. Maybe you want to have more muscle definition. These things are not going to happen if you only focus on fat loss. Fat loss is going to reveal what's underneath. At some point, physically, emotionally, and mentally, we need to transition from fat loss to maintaining whatever we achieved or improving something. We have to transition from consistently pursuing to lose whatever it is. It's usually supposed to be a pound a week or something. We have to move beyond that at some point and say, okay, what else can I conquer? You can't lose a pound a week for the rest of your life. And that's where maintenance weight comes in. Maintenance weight is where most celebrations should happen. Now, I love transformation photos as much as the next person. I take them, I look at them, I enjoy them. I think they're great. But here's the thing. You can have an amazing transformation picture and then simply lose everything you did for a number of reasons. And usually what happens is that instead of creating habits, like we talked about a while back, instead of creating habits that are going to transform your health and transform your mindset and transform your body and your fitness, instead of taking the small steps to do this at a slower pace and then be able to maintain your results, the tendency and the big sale in this industry is to take the quick fix. Except, like we've talked about, the quick fix is usually very restrictive. It's usually very demanding. The quick fix is usually expensive, and it's something that needs to be very closely monitored so that you can get a very quick result. But that is not sustainable, because here is the fact about weight loss, maintenance, gain, or whatever you're reaching for. The habits and actions that were needed to get you to where you arrived are what you have to do to stay there. So the goal should be the maintenance. The goal should be to maintain or improve on something that you achieve. Now, it's tricky to talk about improving weight, because here's the thing. Our weight fluctuates a lot. Our weight fluctuates within a day, a week, a year, a lifetime. Our weight fluctuates, our bodies change. So talking about improving in terms of weight, that's not a very good word. But for example, in fitness level, we can talk about improvement. You get to a certain fitness level and you want to stay at that fitness level, you have to keep doing whatever you did to get there. If you want to improve your fitness level, you need to change something so that you can get to another level. When it comes to fat loss, to lose fat, you're going to have to take some actions. You're going to have to create some habits. You're going to have to create some guidelines for yourself. You're going to have to do some things day in, day out to lose this weight. Then, whatever you did to lose the weight, it's what's going to keep the weight off. So if your goal is to just lose weight, you are dangerously close to the possibility of doing something that you won't be able to maintain. So instead of having the weight loss goal, keep your eye on the maintenance goal. This creates a mental shift, because you're going to start creating habits that you want to sustain. It's going to change how you look at your body. It's going to change how you exercise. It's going to change how you make your food choices, because it's not about doing something crazy or excessive or restrictive or pushing too far. It's about finding something that you can say, okay, these are the choices that I can make for the rest of my life. I can say yes or I can say no. So maintenance is a beautiful, beautiful thing. An important note here is that you should always have a weight range, not a weight number. So there is a healthy range for you to be in with your weight, and that range is what you are aiming to maintain. The range is where you want to be and find the habits and lifestyle and day-to-day choices that are going to keep you comfortably in that range. Now, this isn't to say that it should always be super easy. It's health. it's usually a bit of a challenge. Our culture is not designed to keep us healthy. So yes, there will be challenges, but it shouldn't be a daily struggle. It shouldn't be a daily restriction. It should be something that simply fits in your lifestyle with joy, that you can fit with ease and just say, this is how I live, this is what I do. And you can say yes or no to certain things that come your way. It's your choice. So my suggestion to you is to, first of all, stop thinking of your weight as a static point. If you have weight to lose or if you have weight to gain, stop thinking of it as one static number. Find a range. And this is probably one of the hardest parts. I'm telling you, I struggled with this for years and sometimes I still do, okay? It's about finding the range and saying, this range is comfortable for me. This range is healthy for me. Then within that range, build the habits that will keep you there once you get there. Start creating the habits that will give you the health that you want to have. So maybe one thing that you want is to have amazing muscle definition. Well, that's great. You're going to have to lift heavy things. You're going to have a training program. You're going to have a nutrition program to go with that training, because muscle is hard to build and it takes time. So you're going to have to create the habits of patience. You're going to have to create the habits of nutrition and the habits of training to get where you want to be. And once you reach that goal, you have to keep doing those habits that you created, because those habits will sustain what you achieved. If you want to lose some weight, you need to lose some fat. Awesome. So you create some eating habits that are going to change your calorie balance so that your body can start losing the weight. And once you create those habits, you're going to have to keep doing them so that the weight stays off. Because again, it's not something that you can go back and forth in. You don't want to yo-yo. So the things that you have to do to reach any goal or to reach a marker that you want to reach, these things will have to be maintained. So you're going to have to find lifestyle and choices that will keep you where you want to get. So in summary, maintenance weight, that should be your goal. Your goal should be to reach a certain range and then stay there, not simply get there. So that is the game changer. This changes everything. The moment that your goal is to maintain something after you achieve it, the steps you take to achieve it change. What are you willing to do as a lifestyle? What are you willing to say, this is what I do. This is how I live every single day. That is what defines your health. Not something you do once a year, things that you do once a month. What are you willing to do every day? Create those habits, not for the weight loss. Create the habits for the weight maintenance. Create the habits not for the weight gain, but for the weight maintenance. What would you have to do to maintain weight once you reach it? Start creating those habits, and the weight will come up or down according to whatever habits that you have. So what are the habits that you need to develop to maintain the goal that you reach? That is your lifestyle. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and share. And if you want help starting out in improving your nutrition, I want you to check out my free guide at Aline Keller, ALINEKAEHLER.com/NM Simple. So go there and grab your free guide. I will see you next week.